Hey guys, what's up? So Star Citizen just hit $1 billion in funding, and this is a historical day not only for the game, but for gaming in general. The only game that even comes close to this kind of number is GTA 6, which is just the biggest entertainment property of all time. And that's a studio. That's a publisher. Star Citizen did this with regular people like you and me who saw the vision and wanted to become a reality. That's genuinely crazy when you think about it. Now, have we been bamboozled, guys? Have we been delusional? Are we buying into a dream? Because the milestone hit at honestly one of the worst times that it could possibly be hit at. Because right now, at the same moment we're celebrating $1 billion, the game is barely functional. Alpha 4.8 was rushed, it came out just 3 hours before DefenseCon, and it has a lot of bugs. Even the Ironclad, the star of the show you could say, has major blockers. And these are major issues and major bugs that shouldn't be in Star Citizen in 2026, okay? Star Citizen 2 years ago is almost unrecognizable to Star Citizen right now. We have so much content, in fact, we might have too much content because new players might come in and get confused about all the systems and all the things there is to do. Now, we all understand that it's an alpha. Bugs are expected. You're literally obliged to click on the big acknowledge button every time you enter the game. And what are you acknowledging? That the game is buggy, that there are wipes, that this is a work in development. We all understand this. However, Star Citizen is unique that it is a live game environment while also being an alpha. The features, however, I think should continue to be developed and released. The content and the features are two separate things. So the features that I feel like should genuinely be completed are the engineering systems. We should have drones for base building and other gameplay options. Speaking of base building, we should have base building and dynamic server meshing. Those are one of the major systems that we're still having. Those are the things that will actually make the game feel complete, and maybe refining the existing loops with tier 1, tier 2, 3, whatever, but that's more of a polished thing. That's just making what we already have better. We don't need new ships every month. We need the foundation to be solid. I'd love to have this conversation with you in the comments respectfully, of course. Where are you guys at this? Because I think that's a really interesting discussion to have. So if CIG knows one thing to do well is to market the ships. Guys, I know the ship costs $5,000. I know that that's a lot of money for a digital ship. You can argue as much as you want who buys this kind of ship, okay? Especially because what are you doing? What are you using this ship for? Who are you fighting? Are you fighting the whole of the Van Duel using this ship? But regardless of that, we're here to check out the Odin and what it entails, okay? And I gotta say, guys, the ship is really cool. If I had $5,000 of completely disposable income, honestly, I would still doubt that I would buy the ship. But let's assume I have like 30 people as friends or an org that I'm going to create to run this ship alone, because as we're gonna see, this ship requires 33 to, I don't know, 60 or 80 people to man. It's a giant ship. Guys, it has a tram system inside. Let that sink in. It has a tram system inside the ship just to get around it. And look at that. The pilot has access to all these, I don't know how many laser beams that is. Imagine each one of those is an Idris beam. So you have the power of, I don't know, 12 Idrises? Who knows? And this cannon right here is size 12, which is the biggest size, I think, in the game so far. Correct me if I'm wrong. And so this ship is just a behemoth. And I gotta say, guys, it's really cool, okay? It has a lot of PDCs, a lot of weapons, as you can see. Torpedoes, I think these are the PDCs. We should really read those. But, oh well. So I think these are the PDCs. They said in the live that they wanted this, like, they had to make it bigger because the PDC was only gonna be a dot if they made it the same size as the PDC right now. So they had to make it bigger, obviously, right? It's just so cool, guys. Like, I gotta be honest. Yes, it's ridiculous, but it is cool, right? And I don't know about that. It has 2 hangars, one at the side and one at the bottom. And we're gonna look at some of the pictures later on, but it's just a quick look. Look at that. So let's break it down. first we have the bridge up there, right? This is where everything, the commander is going to be at, and the pilot probably. And we have a briefing room, which looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. We have a fire control. I have no idea what this is. We have not seen it, I don't think, in the pictures. But we have it. We have a fire control system, I guess, maybe. Like sprinklers? But who knows what the fire control is. Command and control. They talked a lot about coordination within the ship. Using the command and control because this ship is huge and you're going to have so many targets around you. I still don't know what the fuck you're going to be fighting with this thing. I'm guessing the Vandal, right? But if that's the case, then why isn't this in Squadron, for example? And if this is what's coming to Star Citizen, then what is coming in Squadron? Because we are actually fighting the Vandal. Is it just the Bangle? Who knows? Anyways, we have the crew quarters, which I was sad to say that we don't have a concept picture of what the crew quarters entails, which is really sad, as well as engineering, which is very, very disappointing because look at this engine. Look at this engine is huge, and we have 2 engineering decks, one at the front and one at the back. So I was really disappointed to hear that we don't have concept look for these areas. We have a canteen, a hospital, a full-blown hospital, which also we didn't get to see. And we also have the port and starboard hangars, right? This section right here. We have the main hangar right here. We have the tram system, literally. The cargo lift, which can hold up to 2,000 SCU. Think about that. This is the same cargo capacity of the Ironclad. So the elevator is the size of the Ironclad. So let that sink in. And the cargo hold could hold up to 6,000 SU of cargo. I think that's bigger than the Hull C, you guys. So just also keep that in mind. So these are the sections of the ship. Obviously, it has so many cool animations. Almost all the weapons and the turrets and the torpedoes are tucked under protection and only comes out when they are called upon or deployed, basically, right? Even the lasers. No, the lasers doesn't have it. So you can just look at these weapons, a size 12 beam and pilot controlled, which is problematic because is this ship pay to win? You're going to pay $5,000 in this ship. You're going to have massive cargo capacity. You're going to have all the ships you can dream of put into the 2 hangars that you have. Torpedoes that could instantly, I would assume, obliterate an Idris, for example. Lasers that you can control as the pilot. That's the problem. How much power does the laser have? And you have PDCs. So small fighters or small ships, you will also be able to hit them. Guys, I think if you just ram the ships, like physically kill them with your body, I think you will be able to do most of the missions in the game, combat-wise. So, is this pay to win? I think it's like very close to that territory, and it's very uncomfortable because I don't like pay to win, guys. Okay, and they said that this is not going to be able to be sold in in-game shops. Understandably, but are we going to get it from Wicklow? Are we going to be able to craft it in the space stations that our player housed? Who knows? Okay, they said that we could, like in the marketing material, they said that we could craft the Bangle, and this is smaller than the Bangle, so I would assume that you can craft it, right? This is an organization ship, you guys. This is no way a single person ship. But if you're a single person who is flying this ship, I don't know. You're flying a city. You're flying a server. You have your own transit system. I can't comprehend this. Okay? So, feel free to look at all these weapons. 42 S2 point defense turrets. 42. So much firepower. For what? What are we doing here? Are we destroying a planet? I don't understand. And so, yes, this was just a quick look on this behemoth. Look at this. This is just the briefing room, which is so sci-fi. I think they said it's like the council, the democratic process that you go through with your org in this ship. So this is almost going to be a role-playing ship. I mean, I would assume, right? That like it has so many rooms that are just used for roleplay, like this one. Huge ship, huge crew to man the ship, huge cargo capacity, literally all the firepower in the universe. So yeah, this was just a quick look on this behemoth of a ship. I personally think it's really cool. It's still a digital ship. It's still a concept that half of the rooms that's almost gonna be in the ship are not even like being sellable. They're not even in concept, you guys. The engineering rooms are not in concept. The canteen, the hospital, the crew quarters, all of these parts of the ship are not, it's that we don't even have a concept for them. So what am I buying if I were to buy this? What do you guys think about this ship? Are you gonna buy this ship? And if so, please leave me a spot. I will be your handy dandy engineer. I will be living in the engineering section, and I will make sure that your engines run as powerful and as efficient as possible. And there is no fire is going to be run in this ship. I'm going to be in the fire control room, and I will put out any fire that is anywhere in the ship. We also didn't get a look at the fire room, I don't think. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and leave a comment below whether or not, what do you think about this ship? What do you think about them selling $5,000 concept ship that's not even fully concepted? And the second thing I want to ask you is, what do you think about Star Citizen hitting the $1 billion mark while at the same time being almost unplayable? These two things makes me personally, it doesn't sit well with me, okay? There has to be something wrong. There has to be at least the blockers for the game should be fixed. That's my opinion. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the verse.